Hello guys, welcome back to Gospel News with update that is currently trending on. As you take the go, let's go straight to the reason why we're here. No time to waste time. Information reaching us says that some people have been arrested. In fact, they specifically said that some ESN members, 4 ESN commanders have been allegedly, 4 alleged ESN commanders have been arrested in Anambra State in connection with the attack on the U.S. embassy convoy that recently happened. You all are aware that some U.S. embassy officials who were traveling to Anambra State were ambushed by unknown gunmen. But today, Nigerian police they are telling us that they have arrested 4 ESN commanders in Anambra State in connection to that. But in recent times, we have also come across misinformation by the Nigerian police in their quest, or in their desperate quest to satisfy their boss or their senders in Abuja, where they arrest innocent people and force them to say what they are not, and force them to say that they are ESM members, just to make sure that they paint IPOB and the ESN in a bad light. We are going to be dissecting that in this particular article. Let me quickly zoom in so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. Nigerian police arrest 4 ESN commanders over a fatal attack on U.S. embassy convoy in Anambra. We're going to be looking at the full details of that info. And here too, on the previous news, I told you guys that we were going to join this. Gunmen storm Ogun farm, kill 2, kidnap 2 others. That's in Ogun State. And then they said that Akeredolu, which is the governor of Osun State, has been, critically ill, but has refused to hand over to his deputy, despite the fact that he cannot sign document. This is very, very, the greed in a black man's life is very, very unfortunate. It's very, very shameful to fear. Now, let's go into details and see what is going on. A combined team of security operatives have arrested 4 commanders of the Eastern Security Network, ESN, over alleged involvement in recent attack by gunmen on a convoy of United States U.S. Embassy officials in Ogbaru, Anambra State. ESN is the armed wing of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, which was set up to flush out terrorist herdsmen that have been ravaging the entire southeast, destroying farm crops, raping women in their farms and killing others during 8 years of former President Muhammadu Buhari. The group had also been accused of carrying out some attacks on security formations, especially on checkpoints, where security men had turned into extortion point and kidnapping. Remember that the southeast has been surrounded with armed men who have been, extorting people, intimidating people, brutalizing, kidnapping, and all sorts of vices that goes against human rights. In recent times, information has gotten to the general public that yet to be identified gunmen has attacked this checkpoint, which the Nigerian government has levied on the ESN, has accused ESN of being responsible. Sahara reporters gathered that the wife of one of the commanders was also arrested in the joint operation led by commander of the naval base Onitsha and Anambra State Police Command. What did they tell us here, and how did they get information? In fact, let us continue to look into details and find out what's going on here. Sahara reporters had reported that no fewer than 4 staffs of the United States Embassy in Nigeria and security agents were shot dead and their bodies burnt, while some were kidnapped in the Ogbaru local government area of Anambra State on May 17, 2023. Although the victims were said to be humanitarian workers, both the police and the Anambra State government denied any prior knowledge of such visit, but later recounted. Meanwhile, the reasons for the attack is yet to be ascertained. Una dey hear? Nobody knows the reason behind the attack. According to some sources, when inquiries was made, they said that it was carried out by some security operatives, while some say accuse unknown gunmen. But the Nigerian police is saying, point blank, without investigation, that Eastern Security Network is responsible for this very attack. However, a security source confirmed to Sahara reporters on Thursday morning that the suspects were arrested during a raid of several criminal camps in Ogbaru local government area of the state. According to one of the sources, members of the joint task force were drawn from the police, Navy, Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, and the Nigerian Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, with their commanders, and were their commanders involved in the operation. He said several camps of the gunmen were on Wednesday raided by the joint security operatives in Anambra State during a joint task force operation conducted in Ogbaru local government area of the state. During the joint operation, which was led by the commander of Naval Base Onitsha in the company of the CP, commandant of the NSCDC, and commander NDLEA, Anambra State, 4 notorious leaders / commanders of the IPOB/ESN in Ogbaru local government area were arrested. It was revealed that 3 of the arrested persons were reportedly part of the attack on the U.S. convoy in Ogbaru 3 weeks ago. The communities expressed satisfaction at the effort of the security operatives, whose efforts have immensely contributed to the security of their lives and properties. Meanwhile, Sahara reporters' effort to speak with the Anambra State Police Public Relations Officer DSP Ikenga Tochukwu to confirm the arrest were unsuccessful, as his phone was said to be unreachable as at the time of filing this particular report getting to you right now. When I don't hear how it take happen. Remember that recently there was an interview granted to a family where they said that their family member was arrested along the road, but the police claimed that they were arrested in camps, and they alleged that the guy was an ESN commander. When we saw the pictures of these people, you will know that those people have not even, been doing well, talk the less of carrying AK-47 or carrying out such heavy attacks. So who knows if this is the same situation, because the Nigerian police and the other security agencies cannot be trusted in the southeast because of the way they are handling the situation of insecurity in those regions. In recent times, Nigerian police and their agencies have been found to be culpable, to be aiding and in these Fulani terrorist attacks going on in the southeast and other parts of the country. Recently in Benue State, they also told us that the Nigerian army were the ones who were aiding the Fulani terrorist invasion. TUI Danjuma came out openly to tell us that the Nigerian security forces are not neutral in the attacks and killings going on in Nigeria, that we should be watchful, that we should be prepared to make sure that we counter these people. So this is what the Nigerian police has been doing, arresting innocent people and tagging them who they are not, forcing them to say we are ESN or this or that. Effort by Sahara reporters to reach the police public relations officer were in futility, which means that there is something fishy going on here. Anything that happens within the next 10 seconds, the Nigerian police will come out and tell you that it is the Eastern Security Network, the ESN that we all know, and was also written here that they were formed to protect lives and properties against Fulani terrorism, which the Nigerian security forces are aiding. is quite unfortunate. They'll just go to Anambra State and arrest youth for nothing and tag them ESN or unknown men. Anyways, I have one video here that will impress you or interest you to watch. This is the person you are looking at on this video is somebody from the Niger Delta region, a brother to Asari Dokubo, the people who went to Abuja and claimed that the mandate of Tinubu was being attacked by maybe Obedient and others for challenging Tinubu in court. But this our brother here on this picture looks hungry and he needs help. Sorry you, may God not allow them. Despite vast mineral resources found in their region, which is Niger Delta, they cannot feed well. But they are there defending the people who have kept them in perpetual poverty. No be juju be that. Please help us drop your comments below. We would like to know. As we proceed, let's watch this video and show you guys and see what he said. Listen.
And we saw the brothers of Nigeria beating and we are here to dance and jubilate, to make sure that Tinubu is in seat. We've been here for more than 1 week. We are from the Greeks. We are called the Niger Delta soldiers. We are never afraid. If we see the truth, we talk the truth. We are not thieves. We are not thugs. Our minimum wage is 150,000. We are not thieves. We can't steal. We can't cause trouble here. We are for peace. This peace is for Nigeria to have peace. Through the Niger Delta soldiers from the Greeks. Thank you.
When I don't see this one from Asari Dokubo squad, my brother needs help. He needs food. But those of you in Abuja, you guys are wicked. When I see this kind of situation, when I leave and when I no carry food, they rush them. When I want me person faint, this is very, very unfair. At least when I see person we need food, Muna help am. My brother in the Niger Delta region, sorry you, may God no allow them. You they see how you take day for camera, go look mirror, whether it good. Our people, una no one learn. Nigeria has finished all of us. But when we wake up and demand for freedom, una day there, then they use una common sense. They drink gari for Abuja, una go there, go they sing, aye. What a shame. As we proceed, we'll go check what they happen for Ogun State, where they say that gunmen, these Fulani terrorists, say they don't carry some people. At least 2 persons were killed when government suspected to be kidnappers or Fulani terrorist herdsmen raided a farm in Awo village, Orile Imo, in the Obafemi Owode local government area of Ogun State on Wednesday. The kidnappers reportedly shot dead a so-safe corps area commander identified as Sahid Ogun Rinde and a native of the village. The abductors, who reportedly dressed in military camouflage, also abducted 2 persons and were trailed by policemen and men of so-safe corps. A resident of the village who spoke on the condition of anonymity said the incident happened on Tuesday night. The source said the kidnappers attempted to abduct many workers on the farm but were resisted by security men. He regretted that they succeeded in abducting 2 workers and killing 3. Confirming the incident, the commander of So-Safe Corps, Soji Ganzalo, said his men joined the operation to salvage the situation after the kidnappers had invaded the village. He said a distress call was made to the Owode Area Command by the DPO Owode Division that 2 people were killed and 2 were kidnapped in Abule Awo, Orile Imo on May 30th, 2023, after the swearing in of Tinubu. Operations began immediately. He said the Owode Area Command Operation Team led by SC Sahid Ogunrinde moved to the affected location to salvage the situation. On getting there, the joint operation was carried out by men and the Nigeria police. All effort to track the kidnappers proved abortive. in the same bush where you people were, you couldn't locate the kidnappers who just took somebody few minutes ago on the Pueblo. The following morning, May 31st, 2023, our men returned there with policemen from Owode Division to search the location, which led them to the interchange area. On sighting our men, they opened fire and their bullet hit one of our men in the person of SC Sahid Ogurinde, aka Ajura, and he died. His corpse has been taken to his house at Ajura and buried. His rifle and phone were taken away by the kidnappers. The State Police Public Relations Officer SP Abimbola Oyeyemi confirmed the incident. He said that 2 people were shot, 1 died on the spot, and they kidnapped 2. But 1 suspect had been arrested in connection with the case, he said. And their matter take end to the way when these Fulani people take the double cross this country, in every part, they are there doing this particular job of kidnapping. Not be juju be that. May God have mercy upon us. Anyways, they say that in Ondo State, we must talk about Ondo State Governor Akeredolu incapacitated, bedridden in Ibadan, unable to sign document, but yet refuses to hand over to his deputy. Governor Akeredolu, they say you had concubines, you had side chicks that were bringing concussions to you, which turned your wife into a gate woman. What a shame. The Ondo State Governor, Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, is currently bedridden in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, and is unable to sign official document, top sources in the government house told Sahara reporters on Thursday. Sahara reporters learned that the state governor had also been abandoned by his wife and children. Mama mia! You be like say the wife don't wage war finish for gate. Then show am shege na wrong come out. Meanwhile, the governor has refused to hand over to his deputy despite his incapacitation. Akeredolu is a second-term governor under the All Progressive Congress, and his tenure will come to an end in 2025. I hope say you go feel continue till that time, because the greed when they inside you now is going out of hand. Governor Akeredolu is incapacitated and bedridden in his Ibadan home. His hands and legs are immovable. His wife and kids also abandoned him, one of the sources revealed. He is unable to sign document but could still speak. Meanwhile, he has refused to hand over the affairs of government to his deputy. The source added, greed, stupidity of a black man. Sahara reporters had exclusively reported in January that Akeredolu was treating an ailment said to be blood cancer, leukemia. The governor of Ondo State, Rotimi Akeredolu, has leukemia. He is really down, one of the sources in Alagbaka Government House revealed at that time. Leukemia is a cancer of the blood caused by a rise in the number of white blood cells in the body. Despite all the money, you still dey down. You dey see and say, "Una no be God." But wetin una dey do now, just like you are sick now, instead of you to hand over to your deputy, make it they run the affairs of this country, you no go gree. You prefer to swallow the key and die with it than to hand over to another person. No, be say the person go run away with the power. Now, when you still dey stable, you can still continue, but you will not gree. To fear. They say for sufferers, the white blood cells crowd out the red blood cells and platelets needed by the body to stay healthy. White blood cells are potent infection fighters which grow and divide in unorderly ways as the body needs them. But in people with leukemia, the bone marrow produces an excessive amount of abnormal white blood cells which don't function properly. In a cancer, blood-forming tissues that hinders the body's ability to fight infections. The types that exist include acute lymphoblastic leukemia, acute myeloid leukemia, and chronic lymphocytic leukemia. Now, this kind of leukemia, this man, they suffer, they say, gree hand over. And also make I bring up to una notice. They say wife don't abandon him, leave him there to his fate. Despite all the money, maybe na house girls go to help him. I will see you now for the next update. Stay tuned and remain blessed. Thank you.